162 for 5. Mumbai Indians happy with that after winning the toss and deciding to bat first in what's a big game for both teams. Both teams looking to secure a playoff spot. Third place up for grabs as far as tonight's winners are concerned. Quinton de Kock, their leading run scorer, continued to pile on the runs, albeit at a strike rate of 118. But he's managed to carry his bat through 69 not out of 58 for the South African keeper. Khalil Ahmed among the wickets again. And otherwise, Mumbai perhaps missing that late surge that they used to now with Hardik Pandya and Kieron Pollard. On ESPN Cricinfo Matchday T20, Murli Karthik and Dan Vettori are waiting for your questions and thoughts, so put them away. Dan, happier team at halftime for you?
Sunrisers definitely. I think apart from the de Kock innings, Mumbai really struggled to have any momentum, and I think the way that Sunrisers utilised their bowlers was fantastic. I think we talked about Khalil before the match. Couple up front, couple at the death, and he did his job perfectly. Rashid, we expect him to do that, so Sunrisers is looking pretty good at this stage.
Why was batting as hard as Mumbai made it look like, Karthik?
I don't know, to be very honest. It felt as if the balls were getting stuck in the surface. A couple with spun. Quinton de Kock, known for his timing, couldn't get any. Even the likes of Pollard and Hardik couldn't find the middle of the bat. So I don't think it's that kind of an easy track. I'm pretty sure Sunrisers would be the happier team, and hopefully for Mumbai Indians there's no due.
We had a few times at the toss that this is a new surface. Is this not playing as well as the traditional Mumbai pitch from the evidence that you saw?
I think even last year there were some inconsistent games. This game in particular between Sunrisers and Mumbai, a low score was defended. So I suppose it's not the consistent nature of a Wankhede Stadium where you think 200's a chaseable score. Now it's maybe 160 does come into play, but I think on the face of it you'd say Sunrisers is looking good, but as always, let's wait to see how they bat.
Both teams.
Well, they've got Guptill, so they're fine.
Chris Pinjarat says Quinton de Kock is failing to provide the quintessential stuff for Mumbai. Joseph Way saying, has de Kock cost them by scoring way too slowly? It's the kind of innings which I think will be decided after the second innings.
True, and there was no lack of intent or lack of effort there. He was trying his level best, and we've seen that happen even to David Warner. If you remember against Kings 11 Punjab at Mohali, he, I think, batted the entire innings for 75. So you never know. You never know. So it's one of those innings or one of those tracks till both teams haven't batted. Even Rohit Sharma, who's so good on the short ball, he struggled. Sure. So the ball wasn't coming on. There were a couple with spun. So let's wait and watch.
Carl Steger says, MI need to change their top four? This is poor decision making. There's one from Ankit saying that Pollard and Lewis have been wasted by Mumbai. It's also been a poor show by Rohit. But then let's just talk about the composition of the top order. You have Evan Lewis, who came in at 4 today. Is that working for you?
Well, it's probably not a natural position for him. I think if you look through his T20 career, he would have opened 99% of the time. So they're asking him to do something that he's not used to, but you also think someone like Evan Lewis, the way he plays, he can adapt. And I think they wanted him through those middle stages, the left-hander, to probably be aggressive against Rashid Khan, but that's easier said than done. So I think they always set their team up to allow Pollard to try and do a Dhoni innings. So I think he's fine in the position he is. They are asking a lot of Lewis, but he's an exceptional player as well.
Ashish Holtikar says, Lewis is an opener. If Mumbai cannot find a place for him as opener, then they should not play. Ashish says, why not give Yuvraj another go? I'll open that up and extend it to even Ishan Kishan. Maybe Ben Cutting. Let's have both of you on that. Karthik, you first. Yuvraj or Ishan Kishan perhaps for a number 4.
Look, would they want to go back to Yuvraj? They gave him a chance. He got a 50, but then they decided to drop him. Then on what basis are you going back, or on what basis did you drop him in the first place? Ishan Kishan the same, you brought him in place of Yuvraj Singh and then you got rid of him. Again, numbers, what are the numbers? Surya Kumar Yadav has been persisted with. But today I thought that Evan Lewis, if there was any position for him if he's playing in the 11, is at number 3. Because he's wasted, as Dan rightly said, coming in against the spinners. You want him set by the time spinners come on. You don't want him facing the spinners straight away, and that too on a surface which was possibly slightly sticky. And with regards to Ben Cutting, I think they've gone through that avenue and come back. It's like a cul-de-sac.
Is it a fair run to Ben Cutting though, Dan? And you've seen Ben Cutting used differently.
Yeah, I mean, Brisbane Heat this year, he opened the batting in the back end of the tournament, and his final innings was, I think, 80 off 30 balls. So I think it's something that he likes to do and he wants to do more of. But then it's that balancing act of Quinton Cox obviously best used at the top of the order. Rohit's the interesting one, I think. He's such a good player. Can he adapt in different situations to allow an Evan Lewis or a Ben Cutting to open the batting and give Mumbai potentially more lethal opening partnership? But it's up to Rohit, I think. I think he knows his best batting position better than anyone. And if he feels like he's the right person to open, then I think we understand that. But that middle order will always have questions over it.
Okay, what else do we have? Crispin says Pollard's not the old force he used to be. It could explain the reason, perhaps from his omission from the World Cup squad. I think there are more layers to that. But Pollard has just secured a win, a couple of weeks back when Punjab were here. Does Pollard strike you as the guy who will almost like Gale, not that quality, but who'll win you 1 or 2 games on his own and you just have to wait around or bear the rest?
It's the position where he goes in as well, isn't it? Just because he's big, burly and strong and he always hits doesn't mean that he's going to come off every time. And again, people need to be a little more patient and have a little more different way of looking at the way things go. But like today, Hardik didn't get runs. Doesn't mean that Hardik is going to get runs every day. The way he's been batting, I definitely feel looking at everyone who batted today, batting's not as easy as we made this Wankhede to be. So was the decision to bat first perplexing, which it was initially to me? Time will tell me.
Narayan Karwa exactly asking that question. We think we'll have to wait just a bit longer because he's asking why did Mumbai bat first with a lot of question marks after that. Carl is saying Mumbai sticks with Pollard, who is now clearly a 1 score a season player. I know that's a bit harsh, but we've already got the judgment on Pollard from Murli Karthik. Rashid Khan's first 3 overs were outstanding. He's going to be a real force. Very economical, Rashid Khan, says Meeta Paul, which is nice because there have been a couple of games where Rashid Khan's also gone the distance. 3 overs for 8, Dan. Rashid Khan.
Yeah, it's not a revelation that he's done well. I think we come to expect it. I mean, his economy is fantastic, and you couple that economy with a strike rate and a wicket-taking ability, he's the ultimate T20 bowler. And what he allows Kane and the Sunrisers team to do is bowl them in any situation, and they expect a good result. I mean, not many spinners are held back till the 18th over to be a wicket-taking and a defensive option. So Rashid Khan is, I think, arguably the best T20 bowler in the world, not just because he takes wickets, but because he can bowl in any situation.
Arvind Shenoy asks whether Krunal Pandya is being wasted by Mumbai Indians. Karthik?
No, I don't think so. Look, they have given him chances. It's not been the best batting year so far for Krunal Pandya, but he's that kind of a player you don't want to leave out. He's going to be handy given the situation. Today was a different time for the likes of Pollard and Hardik to come earlier up the order. For me, I thought Evan Lewis should have come up at number 3 rather than Surya Kumar Yadav. But I don't think Krunal is wasted. It's just that you have him in the team and you use him the way you want to use him. Okay,
Barry tells Ford, should Mumbai bring on the spinners from the get-go, look to exploit this pitch at this stage? Is it turning for you?
Who asked that? Barry.
Barry.
Okay. Did Barry's name too often pop up?
Every now and then. Maybe he's a friend of yours.
Well, Barry.
Spinners from the get-go?
I think they'll use Krunal early on. I think that's something they like to do, and he's another guy who can bowl in those positions. But I think they still want Boomer up front. They will use them in those power play, and they'll want to.
Against Gupton?
That'll be Krunal, I think. I think that'll be his role early on to try and counter that. So, look, I think, once again, you want to get through that power play in a lot of way and then squeeze through those middle stages. So the spinners play an important role in that, and as we've questioned the state of the wicket, let's see if those spinners can exploit that. Okay, players already out, so final word. Sunrisers to take this, Karthik, or not quite?
Now I'm sitting on the fence.
Sitting on the fence, not sure. Dan?
Not sure.
I'm going to back my comfortable judgments from every game from now on, so I'm going to say comfortably Sunrisers win. Comfortably Sunrisers win. He's been good so far, Dan Vettori, on this. Thank you very much to Murli Karthik and Daniel Vettori. We'll see whether this score of 162 turns out to be a better one than we think it is at half-time, or whether Sunrisers can get those vital 2 points and pip Mumbai for third spot with 1 game in hand for both teams.